Hello, welcome. In 10 minutes, I'm going to explain some of my hobbies. So, to kind of start off, my name is Matt, but I go by Junior. My current boss, gave me the nickname Junior, and it stuck really well. And I said, you know what, that's a great name for a YouTube channel. Uh, the first hobby that I most like to do when I have time for it is something called flint knapping. It's making things like these arrowheads, well, these knives. I don't make them. This is the gentleman who taught me. I've actually held this knife in my hand. It's a really nice knife, but he also does some really cool stuff like opal jewelry and other things. But he taught me how to make a simple, basic, run of the mill arrowhead using flint knapping tools. And flint knapping, you use copper or a hard but soft material. So copper or brass or antler. That's what they traditionally used, was antler to shape rocks using what's called a conchodial fracture, which is a cone. And that's actually what ended up inspiring my tattoo when I decided to go get a tattoo. It was a reminder to always push forward, but always a reminder of something that brought me joy. Because once you fire an arrow, you can't come back. So, another hobby that kind of stemmed from that was bow making. I got into making longbows from the same gentleman. He taught me how to hand carve, for the most part, bows out of bow staves. And my first bow was out of white ash. It was fun. So, a lot of the times when I think about like my hobbies, I have a lot of them because I'm always jumping around, I'm always having different thoughts. And I like ones that take time. I've recently gotten back into making mead. Mead is a Viking drink, or the Vikings often drink it. It is honey, water, and yeast as a traditional mead. And I actually, give me one sec. Oh, just started fermenting a jug of mead. That's what it looks like. That's just honey, water, and yeast. I might have to do some work on that. It might be a little cold down here for it. Ooh, and the thing I like about having different hobbies is I've always had something, and something, if you enjoy doing something, do it. Like I'm rambling right now. I don't know exactly what's going on. This is the fourth time I've tried to make a video tonight. It's not working out. And so if you enjoy what you do, just do it. Another hobby I like to do is fish. I like to go fishing on the riverbank and catch. Usually I fish for largemouth bass. And it's another one of those things where I can sit down, listen to some music, have a cigar, and enjoy the river. But if you have a hobby like fishing, mead making, and all that, sometimes those things are seasonal. And I'm always trying to learn new skills. A skill I'm currently wanting to learn is guitar. So maybe I'll get into that. But another thing that I've also kind of have as a hobby is uh, I don't know if we much say it's a hobby as much as a collection. Is I like to collect old Zippos. Um, I don't have one on me or down here with me at the moment. Usually I have my great grandfather's Zippo that he used for years and years and years. And I like to collect them just because that ting, I love the sound of a Zippo. God, what other metal detecting? Because when you're metal detecting, it's another one of those things that you just never really get to do much of when it's cold out. And living in Michigan, I grew up in a small town near roughly the center of Michigan. And so it gets cold, and a lot of times what you find when you're metal detecting is like trash, and I like to pick up things. I like to kind of try to protect the environment the best I can. But sometimes the two go hand in hand. Like there was a Mount Pleasant woman discovers an 8,000-year-old stone blade while metal detecting. And I don't want to deal with that. Let's see. Mount Pleasant woman's post and courier. Anyways, it looks like she found an arrowhead while metal detecting. So it's kind of my hobbies kind of spiral into each other. Um, I like being outdoors. I like throwing knives. I like hunting, fishing, shooting uh, guns, and target practice is one of the things I love to do. What other hobbies do I have? Oh, I was in martial arts for a few years. I took Taekwondo classes. Uh, Let me see if I can figure out. It was Sung Nam Taekwondo, I believe. Sung Nam Taekwondo? Not Sunbei. Manhi Sun Hong Sun Chung. There's a different form, but I learned basically a more peaceful, more less aggressive form of Taekwondo, one that focused more on you as you fight, you don't fight to win, you fight to get away. And it was one of those things I got really good at till unfortunately the school I was going to, they did get shut down and I didn't get to, I was almost a black belt. Um, and that led me into another one of my hobbies was welding because a good family friend of mine, um, of ours, their husband, there we go, was one of my Taekwondo instructors and became good friends with my cousin who got me into Taekwondo. And unfortunately, my uncle passed and he was a metal worker. He actually made, let's see here, statue, Michigan. He made a statue called Woodwin. And let me see if I can get a better picture. I don't know if no, I don't want to do that one. Where's a different one? A better one. We'll go with this. Kind of just blow the image up. It kind of gives away where I grew up. Okay, it doesn't if I don't scroll down. We'll go to here. He made this statue, and it is a very nice statue. It The more you look at it, if you ever get a chance or have seen this statue, he welded it and made it in such a way that every time you look at it, it's something different. Like there's a lizard, there used to be a snake, unfortunately, it was stolen. There's an owl. That bell actually rings. And so when we started going over there, knowing my uncle had made this statue, I wanted to get into welding. And so one of the things I really got into with welding was I went to school. But thanks to COVID, it got shut down. I took welding classes at the local LCC school, and we just kind of took. I was getting into pipe welding, which is a very heavier. It's not heavier. It's more industrial, I guess you would say. Because I did stick welding. It's using stick welding, so pipe welding. Uh, yeah. See if I can find a good picture to kind of explain. You got into like how the different welds fit together, and you're using stick, which is, or what is it? Um, Basically, MIG. It's a wire that's fed in. TIG, you feed it by hand, and stick. It's shielded metal arc welding. That's what it is. Um, you have a stick covered in a material called flux, and you deposit the material. You melt both sides. So here, let me show you quick here. So this one, you can see the difference in the material, but you can't see where it is. So he melted it in this puddle and made it. So stick welding, you have, well, pipe welding, you have like a 45-degree angle, and you deposit this bead, and yeah. So those are some of my hobbies. This is probably the most boring video ever, but I don't know, a little bit more about myself to kind of put a humanity to who I am. But if there are any hobbies you guys enjoy and want me to kind of check out or look at on the channel, let me know in the comments down below, because I definitely love to. God, I can't think tonight. Check them out, or at least look into them, see what it's all about. Because I've seen a lot of cool ones. Metalworking, like using a lathe, is something I hear about every day at work, and I've seen some people make some really cool things. Or painting. If you can paint, God, I wish I could paint. I am not the best at painting. Um, but yeah, so that's some of my hobbies. Let me know down in the comments what yours are, and I'll check them out maybe in a video if you find a way to kind of show me images. Maybe you have a YouTube channel, I'll check it out and kind of we'll work together, I guess. But if you made it to this part of the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's random. I'm tired. I can't really think right because I'm flustered by all the freaking videos not working. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging with Junior. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.